everybody, welcome to Pink Shade. Guess what? It's Tuesday. So I'm here with my girl Kimberly to talk about 90 Day the other way. And I missed it last week because I was out of town. And the week before, I talked to Kimberly's life partner / podcast partner, Katie. And we haven't talked about it in a couple of weeks, Kimberly.
I know. I forgot who I was covering. I forgot everything.
We didn't
what
know.
Your voice sounded like. I've missed you.
That's not true. We talked yesterday about forbidden love, so that's not true.
Yeah. And I listen to your podcast all the time.
You know, I listen to you guys all the time too. And a lot of times, I mean, I'd say the majority of the time, I have not watched the Dateline or the ID show or whatever that you're covering. I haven't watched it. I just listen to the sound of your sweet, sweet voices.
Thank you. You mean my high-pitched, annoying voice?
No, not at all.
Sorry,
not
Amy Archer. I did not mean to insult.
I think, between the two of you, it's a voice off. But you both have great podcasting voices, in my opinion.
Thank you. Yeah. Tell that to Shirley MacLaine.
Listen, Shirley MacLaine, hashtag never forget. Never forget. Suck it, Shirley MacLaine. Yeah, allegedly. You guys, Shirley MacLaine told Kimberly she had an annoying voice. Is that what she said to you?
It was high-pitched and it was hurting her ears.
Oh, wow. Well, that was even worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. She said this to your face or said this to your boss?
No, on the phone with me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Were you overly excited and like, hi, it's so great to talk to you? Were you doing that?
Probably. No, I was using my polite answering the phone voice.
So you weren't having like a 10-minute conversation with her?
No. It was literally like Gary Marshall's office. Oh my God. Like, here, your voice is so high pitched. It's hurting my ears.
Wow. Let me put you right through to Mr. Marshall. He's expecting your call. Bitch.
Yeah.
You guys, she believes in a lot of wacky stuff, that Shirley MacLaine. So maybe she was having an off day. Maybe the aliens had taken her the night before.
Yeah.
And she was tired.
She made Gary change her paycheck once so that the numbers added up to a certain number that was like better for her.
Like a numerology thing?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to start requesting that whenever I get paid from Patreon or the advertisers. Yeah. I'm going to say, I would like for the numbers to add up to $20,000 instead of 200. That's better for me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's better for me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny because it's like numerology, like 9 + 1 is 10 or something weird like that.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, one day Kimberly will tell all and write a book, but it won't be anytime soon.
No.
This is all you're going to get from her.
Yeah.
She will shit talk Shirley MacLaine.
Gary wrote too, and I helped with the last one. So you can read that one.
I don't think there's any good juice in there.
No, he's pretty polite.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Gary Marshall. Also rest in peace, Penny Marshall. Not married, brother and sister.
Yep.
No.
And I won't say anything about her.
No, but I don't think she was very nice to you either. No. You know who was nice to you? Julia Roberts.
No. We didn't really have any interactions.
Okay, can you name somebody that was nice to you when you worked for Gary Marshall besides Gary Marshall?
Jennifer Gardner.
Okay, that tracks.
Very nice.
Uh-huh.
Anne Hathaway. Nice.
Bitch to me.
I know.
Bitch to me.
I know.
You can't tell me nothing nice about that girl. I'll never believe it.
Richard Gere.
Wow. Okay, well, he's a Buddhist, so he should be nice.
Yeah, yeah. Most people were nice because I worked for Gary.
Except for Shirley.
Yeah.
She had no time for your bullshit.
Yeah.
You guys,
that's the way.
Oh, well, that also tracks, right?
Yeah.
You do know the funniest thing in the world is that Bo and Yang's verified name on Instagram is Faye Dunaway.
I love him.
His name on Instagram is Faye Dunaway, and it's like verified, even though he's not Faye Dunaway. He said that like a long time ago, he just claimed that name on Instagram and nobody's ever questioned it.
Incredible.
Isn't that hilarious?
Yeah. I'm going to pick somebody.
This is Hollywood Corner with Kimberly and Mary Payne. Are you going to pick somebody that was mean? You're thinking?
Yeah.
Okay, but who? Give me somebody.
I don't know. I'll think of somebody.
Okay, all right. We'll be
I
here for
like
about an hour.
when they, like, start a website for something that is, like, the opposite of what that person stands for. Like, somebody who's really, like, bigoted and, like, in politics, and then they start, like, a website that has their name in it, but it goes to, like, the NAACP or something. I love
Oh,
when
you
people
mean like
do that.
somebody does that, like, as a trick?
Yes.
You like that? Okay. Yeah, I kinda like that too.
Yeah.
I kinda like that too. You guys, let's talk about this show. Season 6, episode 9, 90 Day Fiance, The Other Way. The name of this episode is Some Kind of Awful,
Okay.
which is a play on some kind of wonderful.
Wonderful.
I guess the awfulness in this episode was Shekinah and Sarper.
Yeah, as
No,
usual.
yeah, nothing else was terrible. As
No,
God,
even Statler and Dempsey were getting along.
yeah, I think they had some lovemaking. I think they had some
They said they
sex.
didn't, but
I don't believe them. They were both real happy.
yeah, they were happy.
They were
How
happy.
bad do you have to be where you are the title that implies awful and Sarper and Statler and Dempsey are in the episode?
Right. That's right. Because James and Tata were not in this episode because they would be considered
They would
awful.
awful. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, let's start with Joanne and Sean. I had a very nice Irish listener write me to tell me how to pronounce the name of the place where Sean is from. It's Drogheda.
Oh, okay.
It's spelled Drogheda,
Mm.
but it's Drogheda. And that led me, I got led into a conversation with my sister-in-law who was here visiting about Irish names, and it was something like we were talking about Saoirse Ronan, and I said, "Yes,
Yeah.
remember when she was on SNL and she
Yes.
did a whole
The
song about her
song.
name?"
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that, and then I
I thought
said,
it was Saoirse
"Could be, could be,
because of the song.
yeah, could be." And then we talked about my friend whose nephew, his name is Tegan, but it's spelled Tadghain. So it looks like Tad Hegan.
Oh, interesting.
Tadgaden.
Oh, wow, I've never seen that.
Yeah. So I wrote my friend, I said, "What's the weird way your nephew spells his name? I'm talking weird
I'm
Irish
gonna tell crap
spellings."
about it.
Yeah. And she wrote back and said, "I don't know. I just call him T." So
It's
she
like, I
hates
don't
it.
know how
So
to spell it.
she wrote me back and I said, "Is it Taghdain or whatever?" And she goes, "Probably." She literally was like so over it. She was like, "I don't know. We're not from Ireland. I don't know why my sister did that just to torture the kid, I guess." Y'all, we all dread the whole "what should we have for dinner" question. I swear on my life, it starts in this house around the time we're eating lunch. People start asking, "What are we having for dinner?" It drives me crazy. Inevitably, sometimes we order takeout and it's easier sometimes, but my gosh, it's never satisfying. And I'm always like, I feel so gross. Why do we keep ordering takeout? So, this is why I'm loving Home Chef. It makes it really easy to cook at home and the food is tons better. You feel better about it. And by the by, it saves you money. I love meal kits. Being able to feast on a delicious meal without the long prep and cook times is what drew me to Home Chef in the first place over the other guys as well. Home Chef meals are effortless, even for somebody like me who is not like the world's greatest cook, but I can follow a card with a recipe like nobody's business. Home Chef provides those fresh ingredients and chef designed recipes conveniently delivered right to your door. When you open your door and you see it there, you pop it in your fridge or freezer, you're like, okay, my week is done. I don't have to have this fight with my family 3 times a week about what is for dinner. They have the classic meal kits, which is what I like. That has the pre-portioned ingredients, the easy instructions. That's what I like. Then they also have some speedy recipes that can be ready in 30 minutes. They have oven ready kits already, and they have microwave meals. So whatever you're looking for, they have it. I like the classic meal prep because I like to do it myself because I might like to add a little of this, take a little less of that. Sometimes they send me mushrooms. I don't like that. You may like extra mushrooms. Whatever is your thing, Home Chef is there for you. They have over 30 options a week that serve a variety of dietary needs. So you don't have to worry about like what to make ahead of time. And this person likes this, and maybe the friend's coming over that's a vegetarian or whatever. Ooh, that sounded pretty specific. Not only is it convenient, but it's economical too. Home Chef customers save an average of $86 a month on groceries. That's an entire trip to the grocery store, guys, or like 2 fill-ups of your car. They have a delicious kid-friendly family menu with 18 new options each week for your kids or your adult kids who only like to eat kid food. For a limited time, Home Chef is offering my listeners 18 free meals plus free dessert for life and, of course, free shipping on your first box. Go to homechef.com/pinkshade. That's homechef.com/pinkshade for 18 free meals and free dessert for life. You heard me right. homechef.com/pinkshade, but you must be an active subscriber to receive the free dessert. Do it and tell me what you ordered. All right, so the name, it looks like Drahida, but it's Drahida. So you don't say, the OG sounds like Drahida. Okay, that's where he's from. I spent a lot of time on this episode pausing and zooming in and out on his head tattoo, trying to
Thank
figure out,
you.
well, what does it say?
I was hoping you got it. I should go on Reddit. They'll have figured it out. I'm just
Yeah.
praying it's not anything like racist or white supremacist.
No, because it's fairly new. Because when you see pictures of him and his daughter when she's
There are
little, he
new
does.
white supremacists.
That's true. What I'm saying is it wasn't like something he did when he was drunk when he was 17.
Right.
Because when
Like
you see pictures of his
Debbie's guy,
daughter, yeah, yeah,
Colty's mom's boyfriend, although
yeah,
I think he still stands by his
beliefs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it almost looks like the word Celtic that's
Oh,
almost what it looks like. And then it also looked like the word great, like grateful, getting smaller.
okay.
And there's no way anyone in the world's ever going to figure out what his neck says. There's no way.
Oh, man, I
So
was really hoping.
yeah, go on Reddit and see if you can figure out what does his head tattoo say.
Because I really like him. So
I do too.
I hope it's spelled correctly and doesn't say no regrets, and then I'll be fine.
Yeah, yeah. So Joanne and the boys are getting ready to go. Today is the trip. They're going to Ireland. The boys are Joey and Jesse. And this will be her last trip, she hopes, because after this, she's going to be moving there. Nobody knows this, but that's the plan.
It won't be
And
her last trip because she's coming back to visit every month to see her children. So I don't know
yeah,
what she's talking about.
yeah, she's not moving there permanently forever and ever. Amen.
I mean, I guess she thinks she is, but she's going to come back for 2 weeks at a time or
Yeah,
something.
a lot of travel.
Yeah.
I think she makes a lot of money on her Miss Cleo business, I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah. She says she's going to be letting the boys know that they're married and they're going to have to be okay with him and okay with her moving, before she can do it. She won't do it if they're not okay with it. Now, in the car, Joanne says to the boys and her mom, Donna, that she's so happy the boys are coming with her to meet Sean. And Grandma Donna says, yeah, you let Grandma know. I need some eyes and ears there. Okay?
I'm surprised she didn't give them a wiretap.
She could go herself. She seems to
She's
be an
been
able-bodied,
invited.
she's
Yeah.
very young, that Donna.
Yes.
She could be a sister, like for real.
Yeah.
So
I'm your mother, but I'm also your sister. That she just kept screaming, I'm your mother. Mother, sister, mother. Chinatown.
I mean, eyes in your ears. So, in the talking head, her 18-year-old son, Joey, says, there's a bit of pressure on this trip because mom really wants our opinion on this guy. Like, wonder why. It's so weird. Now, her best friend, Noelle, is coming to Ireland too because she has questions for Sean, and then she will fly home with the boys so Joanne can stay a little bit longer with him. I mean, at least, in this scenario, the boys know that she's dating him because little
Yes.
Bella, she doesn't even know anything.
Exactly. It seems very tricky to have different people know different levels.
I was waiting for Donna to blurt it out, weren't you?
I thought the boys would blurt it out by accident to the kid.
But they don't know. The boys don't know that she's married
But
to
they
him.
know she's dating, and the little kid doesn't know. So
Mhm.
it feels like this could go wrong in many ways.
Yeah, the car ride is gonna be tricky.
Yeah.
So then Noelle and Donna talk, and she says, I'm so glad you're going. Make sure Joanne's making the right decision for her future. You are my eyes and my ears. I was like, wait, I thought the boys were your eyes and your ears.
She has multiple. She's like one of those cyclops. No, the
She's got,
opposite of a cyclops.
you're right. It's like one of the minions that have the three eyes across the
There we
front.
go. Yeah.
Yeah. So Donna says goodbye and she cries like they're leaving for a year. And in her talking head, Donna says, it's just so layered because the boys are going to be meeting their stepfather and they don't even know it's the stepfather. So she
It's
was able
like
to keep it zipped.
I can see the future that they're going to find out that he's their new father,
Yeah,
because in reality that's what he is. And I was like, your daughter, I thought your daughter sees the future. Do you
she
also see
does.
the future?
Right. Yeah.
Or
Don't
is
try to
the
get in.
daughter just a medium and not a psychic? Unsure.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Didn't you guys
I never,
discuss this last week? Did you come up with an answer? No.
no, I didn't. I should have just gone back and seen how she described herself, but I
Yeah.
didn't care enough to.
No, we don't care that much. I just can't believe she's 43. I, she looks 53.
Thank you. Okay. I thought you were
Okay.
going to go a different way.
No, that's why her mom looks like a sister.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
Joanne
she's
says,
beautiful. She's
no, she
beautiful.
is. She just doesn't look 43.
Yeah.
Um, and Joanne says, I don't know what's going to happen if they don't like him because we're already married and I plan to move there. Well, sounds like you did everything out of order, Joanne.
Mhm.
So now over in Ireland, on the talking head, Sean says, I would describe myself as honest, loyal, hardworking, a good dad. He doesn't have a typical 9 to 5 job because he's a full time dad to Bella, who's 8. Now, but does he have a job at all? That's the question. He was
I'm
able to afford a
surprised.
psychic.
Yeah, that's true. He's constantly at that gym, it seems like.
So maybe he's a
That's
boxing
all of his
instructor.
B-roll. I would think he would do that on the side, like when she's at school or something. But
Yeah.
not that stay-at-home parents have to have another job. It is a full-time job.
Yes. Um, he says about Bella, she's hyper, she's funny, she's loving, she's adventurous, she's just amazing. He separated from Bella's mom when Bella was only 7 months old. And as she grew up, the two of them decided it would be better for Bella to live with him. And we don't know if she still sees the mom or
Right.
what. But she's his whole world and he, cries when he's talking about her and stuff.
So cute.
It's cute.
He's wearing
So,
a friendship bracelet in the car.
oh, is
Like
he?
a Taylor Swift friendship bracelet. Like, he's a good dad.
I think so. So, Sean is now driving in the car with Bella to the airport and he's telling her, oh, yeah, Joanne's going to be arriving with the boys. It's Jesse and Joey. Joey's the older one. And her friend is coming, Noelle. And he goes, oh, I miss my JoJo. And she's from the backseat. She goes, you're sus right now. You have a crush on her. He goes, that's so cringe. You love her. You want to marry her. And he's like, little do you know. Yeah.
I wonder how
Uh,
that listener that wrote you feels about our accents.
Oh, nobody likes it. I don't like it. I don't like it. It just comes out and I immediately regret it. Immediately within 1 second. Oh, you love her. You want to marry her. And he says,
It sounded
oh,
very leprechaun-y.
it does. It's terrible. It's a terrible accent. And he says, oh, would you like that if we got married? And she kind of goes, eye roll, gross. And he says now that the boys are coming, they can tell them all together. And maybe she'll be so excited when she finds out, but it'll be a couple of minutes. And then she's going to be like, hey, when was this wedding and why wasn't I there?
Yeah,
You know? And yeah, and I think they should do a whole do over and involve the kids. And yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. Um,
let Donna come.
what teeth products does he use? His teeth are the whitest I've ever seen on a man
Oh, well, did
or
he
on a,
say,
I mean, they're just they're gorgeous.
didn't he say he doesn't drink? So maybe he's like very clean living and the only vice he has is tattoos.
Maybe
Yeah, maybe he's like never smoked, doesn't have coffee.
those are
People have real
professionally whitened, though. I don't think that's not.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'd like to know because I need
Yeah,
some professional whitening products on my
I do
teeth as
too.
well. So does my husband. Anyway, I spent a lot of time in this on this episode literally in the car, pausing,
Yeah.
squeezing in, squeezing out, trying to figure out that head tattoo.
It's that font that makes it very hard to read, and I
Yeah.
think that might be intentional.
Well, and I'm pulling it out, thinking if I look at it from a different angle, from
It's like
a
a magic
distance,
eye poster.
once we see it, we're gonna be like, why didn't we see that in the first place?
Yeah.
So, they arrive at the airport. Everyone's excited, and Bella is super cute. And he laughs about how he saw Joanne, and then he's like, and there's her friend, and there are the kids, and then the other, oh shit, reality's kicking
Yeah.
in. Like when he's used to just seeing her, and now she's trailing along with all these people. And
And he
as
can't,
they're
like, greet her properly the way he normally would because his kid doesn't know they're romantic.
well, first he hugs her, and then he does go up and kiss her close
Cheek.
to the mouth. Yeah,
Yeah.
close
Yeah.
to the mouth. Yeah. As they're walking through the airport, he turns around as everybody's walking behind him and goes, "Oh, I've never seen people come off a plane looking so immaculate in my whole life." I gotta stop. I gotta stop. Um, I gotta do Love is Blind reunion later today. It's just
Oh,
gonna get
no.
worse. It's just gonna get worse as the day goes on, the UK. So in the car, he jokes about, "Look at us, happy family." And she says, "We're all so tired, like we need a nap." And he goes, "Oh, I like a good nap." Wink,
Okay.
wink. Um, they're all tired, from the travel. And in the Talking Head, he says, if she could move to Ireland, we can do normal, everyday things like this. It's going to be great. It's going to be a whole new, level to our relationship. And I hope the boys like me and are okay with her moving here. Well, I don't know if they are going to be.
They maybe would be if it hadn't have been a secret kept from them.
Secrets.
Secret. Also, like, is she
Um,
gonna stay not in his room then?
right. Right. Well, yeah. I mean,
Because
yeah.
of the
I mean, at
dog?
least right. Because the boys at least know that's a boyfriend girlfriend situation. But I mean,
Does
the
he have a
one
house
kid,
big enough for 4 guests?
we don't know the answers to any of these things. We don't know about his teeth.
Yeah.
We don't know about his house.
Yeah, I do
We
know
just
this
know
was the most awkward car ride ever. It just kept doing
it was quiet.
close-ups, and they were
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
cricket.
It was quiet. And he kept trying to like dun, 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 and
Yeah,
be funny.
yeah.
Yeah. Now the rest of the couples we're going to discuss belong to you.
Oh my gosh. Why
Did you
didn't you
know
have
that?
me start then?
I don't know why I didn't have you start. I just realized that because normally I rearrange them in order so one of us doesn't have to
I
talk
know
for a
you
long
do.
time.
Yeah.
But yeah, for some reason I didn't do that this time. So luckily at least Statler and Dempsey are quick. Let's do Statler and Dempsey because they're quick because nothing happens
Okay. Uh,
and they're van life.
okay, sorry.
Camper
Nope,
van
these are
Beethoven.
the last ones on my notes.
Oh
Okay,
man.
so
Okay.
it's the first morning in the camper van, and Statler said the first night went better than expected. She liked the bed, the mattress was comfortable. She says, "We just went to sleep, though." But Mary
Mhm.
Payne thinks they had sex.
They could
So
have had morning sex before the production crew arrived.
that is true.
Yeah.
So Dempsey makes tea, but it tastes like fish for some reason, which is disgusting. And they both spit it out. So it seems like the water might not be fresh. I hope it's not a bigger issue and they just need to rinse out, like do a full rinse of the water system. Or
Yeah, I
they can
wonder if they've
add
never
water.
used it, like never
Right.
used that system and they were supposed to have flushed it with something first or
Yeah.
something.
And the water had been sitting in there for a long time. I'm hoping it's
Ooh,
not a bigger issue because
ooh,
Statler can't handle any bigger issues.
no.
So she
Mm-mm.
admits that she messed up when she flew in with her bad attitude, and
Mm.
she kind of takes accountability for that. And they're very happy now. They're taking pictures together and like toasting. They're excited. They're going to first drive to France and they are going to live like nomads. And she hopes they don't go mad.
But shh.
Statler, that was weak sauce.
No.
I expected better from you than a rhyme.
Leave the jokes to the comedians, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the podcasters.
Or the
So
podcasters.
Statler has a lot to get used to living in a small space, and also she's going to be working there. So they have to make
Yeah.
sure like Wi-Fi is all set up and
Yeah.
Dempsey's not bugging her when she's trying to work for hours. I'm assuming she works like regular hours. That's a lot.
She
She
can
should
just go sit in like a
go sit in
like
Starbucks.
a like a Hampton Inn parking lot and get yeah.
Yeah, But she also could go to a Starbucks. That's what I would recommend. Like, get
Okay.
away. You need some separation from each other.
Yeah, but what if she has to do a conference call? She's gonna be that person in Starbucks?
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah.
They have those like offices that you can rent, but those get pricey, I think. That WeWork, that like disastrous, whatever happened
Yeah.
with that company that they
It's
made
still
a movie
around. I see
about it.
WeWork all the time.
Okay.
WeWork is still a
I don't
thing.
know
Yeah.
why something went so wrong that they made a movie about it, but
Mm,
with Anne Hathaway, I think.
mhm.
Anyway,
The documentary was good.
was it?
Yeah, there's a
Wait,
documentary about it was better than the made for TV movie. Yeah.
I'll check that out. I'm interested.
Mhm,
So, because I love the concept, like I think it's interesting.
mhm.
So Statler says, "Listen, I know I need to work on communicating." Why did I say that word like that?
Communicating. You're gonna use my Irish accent now. I know you want.
I was about to say communication,
Mhm.
and then I changed it halfway. She needs to work on communicating in a healthy way, and they decide they're going to work on it and try to be partners. And it's like a 2-second conversation. And Dempsey's like, "I'm so glad we had that talk. Like, I think things are going to be okay."
Everything's gonna be fine now.
Yeah,
Nothing to see here.
yeah.
Keep it moving. Yeah.
And Dempsey says, I've never dealt with anxiety personally, so I have to learn how to navigate that. And she doesn't mention all the neurodiversity things that Statler
Yeah.
has going on too. So, and again, very small space,
Very
like
small.
60 or 80 square feet.
Let me ask you a question on this. This doesn't look like the kind of camper van where you can, because you're kind of an expert.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like she can walk to the back and use the bathroom while this is moving. This is only for like when it's parked and then they make it into like a little home. Otherwise, they're just driving in it, right?
Well, they do have a partition wall, I think. Oh no, it might be a blocked off wall. Some people
Yeah.
do a full partition, and
Yeah.
that keeps the heat from the front of the van out of the back of the van, and it makes it feel like a little house. Personally, for safety as a woman, I would always have a partition door, or
Uh-huh.
so that you can just hop in the front seat and drive if something is sketchy.
Yeah.
So
This
I
seems like
don't.
she has to they have to get out of that side door and then into the driver's door
Yeah, that's not what I would do. But some people really like that.
to just have like this is the driving part and this is the house part.
Yeah, and especially I think for the heat, 'cause all the heat comes in those front windows, and so it keeps the temperature more regulated, but you can do a big curtain, a blackout curtain, and then still be able
Yeah.
to walk to the front and the back.
Yeah. So you can't use the bathroom while it's moving, I guess.
No, not in this one unless that partition is a door also, like, some people have, like, little sliding door, so they can
Yeah.
scooch back, they can do some cooking, they can take a nap while the
I'm
other
fascinated
person's
by the whole thing.
driving.
She's
Yeah.
like hooking up the electricity. I'm like, how does she know how to do that?
I know. Well, she's maybe like me and been watching YouTube videos as their second job since 2017.
But she also had that caravan that she lived in before.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
and
trailer, which didn't move.
her family was travelers. So,
Oh, they were circus folk, I believe.
yeah, the carnies. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I want to know more about that.
yeah.
Yeah. So good. I just am really enjoying watching this whole thing
I know you are.
devolve into
Mhm.
chaos,
Oh,
and
yeah, I think
I'm
I
happy
just read today I think I read today that Statler is saying she's going to be suing TLC in an
about
unprecedented lawsuit. She's gonna sue them, so
Okay, Bethany Frank.
we won't be seeing her again,
No, I don't think so.
now that she said that out loud. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Okie dokie. Let's talk about Corona and Inky.
Okay. So they are going to meet his parents, and she's very nervous. And I thought he's a little too chill at first. He's doing it's
Always.
fine. We're team awesome. We got this. Um, and but then later when she's freaking out, like really freaking out, I think he was trying to comfort her and saying, like, why wouldn't they love you? Everyone loves you. So
Yeah.
don't worry.
I will say that I did get my eyes on last week's episode. I listened to your recap first, and then I was like, now I really got to watch it because I got to see what this outfit was. But I didn't watch the whole episode. I just watched the pillow talk. And they did a whole I'm sure you saw the Pillow Talk where they did a bunch of people together. So
Yes.
they had, like, David and Annie with Armando and Kenny,
That's what the
and,
whole season has been. Every episode has been someone
oh,
going to visit someone else. Like Kim and Jamal went to visit Annie and David. Miss Debbie went to visit Jen, which
mhm,
is really
mhm, mhm.
boring. Um, the ones with Kenny and Armando and Kim and Jamal were funny.
So I get it the other way, people are traveling.
Yes,
I get
exactly.
it. I get
Get
it.
it.
Okay, all right,
Yara and
TLC.
Jovi. Yara and
Uh-huh.
Jovi were very funny when they went to visit Kenny and Armando. Kenny was teaching Jovi how to do skincare. was it was very cute. I enjoyed it.
Can he teach him how to do some Invisalign? Um,
Ouch.
I have a real problem with
I know.
Joey's mouth hole.
I know.
Y'all, I don't know how it is at your house, but at my house, every week there's a never-ending list of projects to get done. And we're always like, yep, we're going to get to it. We're going to get to it. Oh my gosh, next week we're going to get that screen fixed on Anna's window, but we never get around to it. We are too busy. So, we're coming up on the weekend and I'm like, hey, I got to fix this screen. Oh my gosh, somebody need to pressure wash the house. I got to build this dresser. I got to clean out the garage. And none of that sounds great on the weekends, especially when I've got so much trash TV I need to be watching. So for all the tasks you need to do but don't want to do, there's TaskRabbit. TaskRabbit connects you with skilled taskers to help with cleaning, moving, furniture assembly, home repairs, and more. And many taskers are available to help the same day. Okay, I went on taskrabbit.com and I booked a tasker to come to my house and clean my gutters. And guess what? While he was here, I was like, you know what? Can you fix Anna's screen that is hanging off the front of the house? And he did. It was so easy, guys. I'm not kidding. You just go, you click the thing, you type in your zip code, you type in what you're looking for, and boom, a bunch of people pop up. And yes, some of them were available either that afternoon or the next day. I booked somebody with 2 days' notice, and the guy was here. It was so easy. And guess what? My husband didn't have to clean the gutters because we're not the handiest people in this house. So to get started, you can go to taskrabbit.com or just get the app. The app is really great too. Search the best tasker for your job based on cost, skill set, availability, and past client reviews. I looked at those past client reviews and I was like, I'm not going to take anybody under a 4.5, but there was hardly anybody on there that was that low. So it actually was kind of hard because everybody looked great. Now you're going to schedule your tasker early as the same day sometimes. And once the tasker has completed the job, simply pay, tip, and review. I did that all. It was all on the app. Taskers have assembled over 3.4 million pieces of furniture. Oh my gosh, I could have used that when I was moving John into the dorm. They have done 700,000 home repairs and completed 1.5 million moves and more. Gosh. Plus, with TaskRabbit's happiness pledge, if you're not satisfied, they will work to make it right. Tackle your to-do list today and get 15% off your first task at taskrabbit.com or on the TaskRabbit app using the promo code Pink Shade. That's promo code Pink Shade at TaskRabbit, TaskRabbit, taskrabbit.com for 15% off of your task. TaskRabbit, book trusted help for home tasks. Okay, so it was funny when I was watching it and she came out in that getup to go to the flea market and they were like, "Whoa." And I kept thinking like, "Oh, somebody is gonna be like, well, we shouldn't shame her outfit," but nobody did.
Nobody did.
Everybody was horrified by her outfit.
I know.
They were like,
Did
"She
I
is not
shame
going
her
to the
outfit?
club."
Did I in the episode shame her outfit?
No, you guys didn't shame it. You were just like, it's really like revealing and the boots and the
Which
yeah.
is fine, but I just can't get sometimes she says she doesn't wanna stick out, but then she
Yeah.
dresses in a way that will stick out, which is
Mhm.
or maybe she feels like I'm black, I'm gonna stick out anyways here, so I
Mhm.
might as
Yeah.
well dress myself and be comfortable. I don't know how she's comfortable in those boots
She's not
walking around a
comfortable.
flea market. They are like
Mm-mm.
8-inch platforms.
No, they are only comfortable if you are Gene Simmons and you're used to wearing them on stage. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah. You guys, that's a Kiss reference for those of you who don't know. So, okay, anyway, I was glad to say when we get to it, I'm glad that she wore a more conservative outfit to meet the parents.
Yeah.
That was my point.
So his parents are in their 80s, And
Whoa. They keep saying how old they are. I was like, fuck off. My
I
parents
know,
are in their
I
80s.
know, mine are too. So no, mine are in their 70s, but they're going to be 80 very soon.
So
So
they had Ingy very late. It was because
he
he's
was
only
the youngest.
38.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was the youngest, and he's also the unmarriedest and
Mm-hmm.
the childlessest of the other
Mm-hmm.
kids.
Yep.
And so they're hoping.
Mm-hmm.
And so they go to meet at his brother's house. She's met the brother already. It's either Carle or Carl. So she calls him Carle, which I believe is probably his actual name, but TLC calls him Carl on the street, on the screen. They say his name is Carl. Or
It
maybe it's
doesn't
just
have an E
pronounced
at the
that
end.
way. No, but maybe it's just pronounced that way. Your listener can let us know. So I couldn't tell if TLC was Americanizing his name when they put
I
it on
don't
the
have
screen
any
as Carl.
Icelandic listeners. I don't
Oh,
have
I
any.
thought you had, yeah, you have an Irish listener. Are
Yeah.
you sure there's no one from Iceland that has written to you? Because your listeners on Facebook are very good.
I've never heard anybody from Iceland listening to this podcast. If you are, please reach out to me immediately.
Yeah, we have
L-
lots of questions.
Let us know about Ingy,
Yeah,
Inky. Let us know about Carl,
yeah.
Carle. Let us know about the mom. She looks like her name was Ingy, but
Mhm,
Inga.
mhm.
The mom was very cute. Go ahead.
So she's freaking out. But the mom, Inga, could not be nicer. She hugs her. She brought flowers for Corona. And Corona has learned how to say nice to meet you in Icelandic, which is a
Hmm.
great start. And then her dad, his dad, Hilmar, is so excited to meet her. And he's like, is it okay to touch? A little
Sweet.
touch? And he meant like hug. And
Yeah.
she's like, yes. So they hug. And then he says, welcome to the family. And he says,
Mm,
my son is very smart boy that he met you. And it's so cute. And
very.
she's like, wow, this is why Inky is so positive about everything because they raised him in this really supportive environment. That was a little shade to her family. So I can't wait. We're going to see more of her family next week.
Yeah.
So then her okay, so then the mom, this was a Matt Sharp fake out. The mom says, "Well, your hair is so pretty, and how do you do it like the dreads?" And
Hmm.
she grabs her hair and starts touching it.
Hmm.
And in the preview, it made it sound like Corona was going to hard partner the mom, but she is like, I am shocked. I don't let people touch my hair ever. Like, even if they ask, I say no. But
Hmm.
I want to make a good impression. I would chop off my hair and like give it to her
Yeah.
if she wanted to. So she plays it off very well.
Yeah.
And because the mom just doesn't know. And then the family says, like, how long are you staying? And she says, um, forever? Like I'm moving here. Did
Yeah.
he did he not tell you? So in her head, she's like, oh my God, he didn't tell them I'm moving here. I'm not on his social media. Always people on the show freak out about the social media.
Yeah.
Is he not proud of this relationship? What's happening? So that's going to
Mhm.
be our problem for next time. And
Well, I have a question. Did
yeah,
you feel like Carl, did we feel like he was like translating the whole
yes, because
time?
the mom does not, the dad appears to speak more English than the
Yeah.
mom does. So it
Okay.
did seem like the dad was translating or the Carle was translating. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
they ask, you know, Inky, why is this the first woman that you've introduced us to? Like, why is this so special? And he says, well, I just think she's amazing and I see a lot of hope for our future. And so that was good. That's honestly the nicest thing he said about her this whole time.
Yeah. Yeah. It is. Yeah.
Cause she's always like, this is my person. When I'm with you, I'm home. And he's
Yeah.
like, I don't know. We're going to see where things go.
I don't know. Would you like a bun? Bun,
Yeah.
bun, 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 bun.
He
Bala, bala,
wants
bala. Mhm.
So, uh, they say they've waited such a long time for him to bring home a girlfriend, and the brother. So maybe the bar was low. I don't know. The mom made it
There,
seem like the bar was
there
low.
was no bar. He's
There
never
was no
brought a
bar.
girl home. He's
Um,
38. Yeah.
but the brother says Corona has charmed us all. So they seem very happy with her, which is so sweet. And then the dad says, "It seems like they work well together, but time will tell."
Well,
Which is
yeah.
fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. But then the mom says, "Well, you have to give me a grandchild before I die."
She goes, here's the thing. I'm old.
Yeah,
What's the status on the kid situation here? Yeah.
yeah. And they say, "Corona, do you want kids?" And she nervously goes, "Yeah, yeah, 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 yeah." That was a line reading by Kimberly. And
Very good. Very good.
Inky is like, "Oh my god, we've only been dating for 4 months. Calm down." And I was like, "Has it really only been 4 months?" And also, you consider it dating, but she considers it, like, way more than that. So,
They've
she
only
moved.
been together 4 months, and
I don't
she gave up that midwifery program and moved for him?
That's crazy.
That that's not a good decision, Corona. I
He,
think
I
I'm
think,
agreeing
is
with your mother.
impulsive
Yeah.
anyways.
Yeah.
So, the brother, has a kid and the sister has a couple kids, but the mom wants 10 grandkids. So, Inky and Corona better get cracking. Um, I did this is mean, but I did look up what the life expectancy is in Iceland, and
Okay.
it's, 80 and 82 or something. So, you need to do this, like, now, or,
Wow.
um, maybe just wait it out.
Yeah, I don't 4 months is no. Don't have a baby with somebody you've only known for 4 months.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
maybe this grandma will not get to have grandkids from this couple, but we have
Kimberly.
3 others.
Kimberly,
I know,
jeez.
they seem lovely, but,
Mhm.
um, 10 grandkids, that's not gonna happen.
Nope. Nope. Narrow okay, so 3, 4, shoot for 5, because if they just have
Mhm.
1, then you'll hit your mark. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe twins. What if they have sextuplets?
Wow.
Then
Okay.
you get her wish in one shot.
And
But
if she's a midwife, will she deliver her own baby?
that would be she'd film the whole thing and put it on
Mhm.
YouTube. Yeah.
Mhm.
But the parents honestly seem very sweet. I do not wish them to pass or anything like
No.
that.
No.
They are absolutely adorable. Um, so Corona is like, "Okay, so wow, we're talking about kids already. We really need to like talk about the wedding first." So now I feel like she's gonna start pushing for the ring.
And she seems so non-traditional, it seems like she wouldn't
Right.
even care. She would just be
Yeah.
like, I'm a nomad, I moved to Iceland, I'm so quirky."
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it does seem like she won't care. That's interesting. But next week, I'm really excited because her mom comes back.
I know you're excited about that.
Yeah.
We can finish with Sarper and Shekinah. I have some from notes on these 2 before we get started. Number 1 is our Bunkie Lindsay, who is the hair expert. Let us know, and maybe she just DM'd me directly. She is going to put it in the Facebook group. Everybody, if you want to join that, it's Pink Shade Podcast Facebook group. Lindsay goes in there and tells us about people's hair systems, and she said Sarper has a hair system. She said it
100%.
is a very, very easy to spot, something that they do in Turkey, it's a specialty to Turkey where he lives, and
Interesting.
it is some sort of weave-in male
Mm.
situation on the top, and
Mhm.
she was like, "I can't believe it." Ever since she told me Kenny has a hairpiece, which I firmly denounced, but
Really?
now that she's told me that, I believe it because I see it now.
Oh, I 100% have thought that always about Sarper, but I did not think that about Kenny.
Me either, and I think sometimes it's a trick when they shave it so tight up the side that you
Yeah.
think, "Why would you just put a little tuft on the top? Why wouldn't you?"
Mhm.
But I think, yeah, I think it's
But
true.
Sarper, there it's Lego hair. It's all I can't would think the whole thing is fake, and he has one of those plastic at the theater, we used to have, like, this plastic Fonzie wig
Yeah,
floating around, and I
uh-huh,
can't remember what it was for, like, Happy Days the musical or something, and, like,
uh-huh,
it was foam and, like,
mhm.
Fonzie, and it was literally, like, shiny and made of foam, and that's
Just
exactly
plop it
what
on.
Sarper's hair looks like to me.
Yeah, it's just click it right on top like a Lego. So that's the first thing about his hair, and then the second thing is when they show this flashback with her sister when he was like, "Oh, you're cute, but you talk too much," or whatever. Wow, this was only like a year or two ago, not even.
Yeah.
And Shekinah looks completely different because she had her hair really dark. And first of all, in my opinion, her hair looks great, really dark. But you remember she said, Sarper, he's always right when he tells me about my looks. Like he told me my hair would look lighter, and he's right. It looks great. No,
Mhm.
you're wrong. Your dark hair looks so much better.
Yeah, he would pick out her makeup for her and her
Everything.
clothes, and yeah.
Yeah,
We haven't seen him pick out her new nose, but that was
that's
supposed to
coming.
be this
That's
season.
that's
So
coming. And also,
today
I didn't like how more than once on this episode he calls her the chosen one. That made me sick. Made me
I'm the
sick.
chosen one, um,
Oh, okay.
as a Jew. That's
Oh,
what Katie calls me.
no, okay.
Katie always goes, "Well, you're a chosen one. You're Jewish." So, anyway, uh, I don't not saying I believe that. Anyway, so today is their birthdays. Their birthdays.
I'm
Because
hitting my head with the stupidity of this.
so
Okay.
they say we were born at the same time, but 2 years apart. And it's so amazing that we have the same birthday. You are the chosen one. We are the chosen ones together, and all of this. And then the show gives us that quirky, funny music, that
Mhm.
like clown music. And it's
Yeah.
like, oh, we're about to laugh at these people.
Yeah.
And the producer says, "So, Sarper, you're born on the 21st. And
Mhm.
Shekinah, you're born on the 20th. How do you have the
Mhm.
same birthday?" And they both go, "Oh, well, it's very scientific principle known as time difference. And so it's the same time, even though it's not the same date. So we were born at the same moment, 2 years apart. It's amazing. It means we're meant to be."
What is he talking about?
Well, presumably the time that he was born in Turkey and the time she was born in the United States are the same. Like if she was born at 11 at night and he was born at whatever the time difference is, or reversed. I don't know which one. I don't know how time difference works. I could look it up
I
on the
don't I don't either. I think I have this conversation 12 times a week. What time zone are
I
you in? What does that mean for me?
just
Yes.
had it the other day. And I thought I
I'll
thought you
have
were
it.
traveling because you were wrong on the time difference.
You guys, we were going back and forth on the text about this, and Kimberly wrote, "Are you at home?" And I was like, "It's okay. You can call me. What do you need?" And she goes, "I'm fine." I go, "When you ask somebody, are they home? That usually means like I need to call you and talk." And I thought you were going through a crisis and you really needed me in your time of need. But you're like, "No, dummy. I'm just trying to figure out the time zones."
Right, because I had said 11:30 or 12:30 or something, and you had said 2 hours difference instead of 3, and so I
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, are you at home?" It was like,
No,
I
but
was very
no.
confused. Yeah.
All right. I have to tell you that the time difference. So she was born, I think, in Oklahoma.
Okay.
Okay. So right now it is 2:51 in Oklahoma on Monday. In Turkey, it is 10:51 Monday in Turkey. So, okay, so let's just say 2 hours
10:51
from
at night.
uh-huh. So 2 hours from now, it will in fact be Tuesday in Turkey, but it'll still only be 6 o'clock in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So maybe that's how they figured it out.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
I
Like,
know, but that's stupid.
of course it is. Of course it is. But these people love to do these gymnastics to explain their relationship that is gross.
I
So
love the productions. Like, so her birthday's the 20th and yours is the 21st. So how do you have the same birthday?
this is something kids do, like, in middle school when you're trying to be like, "We totally have the same birthday because I was born here, and then this is
Yeah.
born." Yeah,
Yeah.
we totally have the same birthday.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be best BFFs forever, you know?
Yeah. Mhm.
Except these are grown people. So they go to meet with Sarper's family, and they all seem very nice, and they seem to really like Shekinah. And then Sarper says, again, I mean, how many couples have the same birthday? She's the chosen one. And I
Mm.
was like, when he said how many couples have the same birthday, I thought one less than there were a few minutes ago because you
Because you
don't.
don't. Me and
Um,
Keisha and I have the same birthday.
well, really the actual date? Great.
It is the actual date in the United States of America. Yes, we have the same
Beautiful.
birthday. And Kim Kardashian, but we don't claim her.
Like I've probably said this is again stuff that you say when you're a kid. It's
Yeah.
like you were born in um New York at,
Mhm.
1 in the morning.
Mhm.
Technically, your birthday would be different if you like moved to California, but not really at all. But you would if you
Right.
were a kid or in
Yes.
like middle school, you'd be like, "Well, actually it's this because isn't that funny because like of the time difference, it's actually this date." This
Yeah.
is things like kids do, but
Yeah.
your birth date stays the same according to the government. It's still the same. So,
Right. Let's you know what? Let's let them have it. They're the
yeah,
chosen
let
ones, and
them
what do
have
we
it.
know?
They
We don't
need
know.
it. Their relationship needs this. It's not
Mhm.
strong
It
on
does.
its own.
It does.
So let them think this.
Yeah.
So they explained to her family, she's staying here that and every 5 weeks she'll go back to visit her daughter. And hopefully the daughter will come and spend summers there. Um, the daughter hates him, so that's probably not going to happen.
No,
Uh,
she doesn't
and
wanna go into that semen-stained apartment.
who would? No,
Ugh.
those bottles are the recycling, sticky recycling is still there. So Sarper very seriously, I have something so serious to tell you. My family, I have to tell you, be ready. She applied for the K-1 visa for me. And they have no idea what that means. So he
Mhm.
explains, when this gets approved, I'm supposed to move to America. And he says, I've really felt like I had to tell them because it feels like a betrayal to hide it from them. And we all know
Mhm.
Sarper doesn't believe in betrayals at all.
No. Mm-mm. He only believes in the honest truth at all times. Yeah.
Yeah. So his mom gets upset. My only son is leaving. I don't have a grandchild. And I was like, what about sister cousin? Sister cousin has a kid.
Yeah, sister cousin has a kid, but that's not her flesh, and you shouldn't have raised Harper to be the monster that he is, and maybe you would have a couple. I don't know.
Also, there is a grandkid because there is a grandkid out there that
Oh, well,
Sarper.
there's the one that we know of, right?
Right.
Yeah.
There's probably as many as Kyle from Love in Paradise.
God. Hey, y'all. This episode is proudly brought to you by Lola V, an award winning hair care line founded by the ever fabulous, ever iconic Jennifer Aniston. You guys, our hair goes through the ringer, especially in the summer. We've got coloring, we've got heat styling, we've got stress and aging. And now it's the summer, you've got the sun. And I was in the pool today. I was like, this chlorine can't be good for my hair. But sometimes you're hot, man. You got to get in that pool. So Jennifer Aniston got tired of looking for products that really, really worked versus some that are good for us. So Jennifer Aniston decided to create what she was looking for because she is an icon. So Lola V is going to be your ultimate summer hair saver. It is created with the finest natural clinical ingredients. It ensures your hair will feel luxurious and carefree as a summer breeze. Say goodbye to your sun-damaged tangled hair and hello to shine, strength, and elegance. Summer is the season of confidence, and Lola V embodies this spirit. And a treat for you, your amazing Pink Shade listeners, for a limited time, you're going to get an exclusive 15% off your entire order at lolav.com. You're going to use code Pink Shade at checkout. I mean, if you're taking hair care advice, you should listen to only Jennifer Aniston. That's it. She gave us the Rachel. We all had it. We all loved it. So I have been using their restorative shampoo and their restorative conditioner. I am loving them. Also, y'all, the packaging is so neat and nice, black and white. I love it, super clean. And I've also been using this perfecting leave-in conditioner. I love a perfecting leave-in conditioner because it helps you like fight that frizz. And when you're styling with the blow dryer or the curling iron, I'm always trying to curl my hair. I'm trying to curl up what I got. It's not always working, but there's so much heat damage that goes on there. So this leave-in conditioner has really, really been helping me out. So harness the power of summer shine with the glossing detangler. That's another one that I've tried and my daughter tried because her hair is really thick. It detangles, it primes, it enhances shine, improves the manageability, and protects your hair from damage, making it the must-have addition to your routine this summer. Ooh, and they also sent this styling paste, and my husband was using that. We've all been using it, y'all. So check out all of Lola V products at your local Ulta Beauty location to experience the luxurious scent for yourself, or head directly to their website at lolav.com. That's LOLAVIE.com. As the loyal listeners of Pink Shade, you're going to get an exclusive 15% off your entire order when you use code Pink Shade. That's 15% off your order at LOLAVIE.com with promo code Pink Shade. Now, please note you can only use one promo code per order and discounts cannot be combined. After you purchase, they'll say, hey, where did you hear about us? And support this show and say Pink Shade sent you.
So
never forget.
God. So the mom seems pissed and she's saying, I wish he would marry a Turkish girl and stay here. Like, oh, you don't like Shekinah so much right now, do you? You loved her 5 minutes ago.
Yep.
So they ask, how did your family feel about him moving to America? And she says, well, they just aren't happy about the whole thing and him. And they ask about the daughter. And she says, well, Sophie is influenced by my sisters. So, and her aunts all hate this relationship. So, yeah.
Did she say five sisters? Did she say five sisters? There's 6 girls total.
Big family, Amish adjacent. And so she starts crying and basically saying this daughter doesn't like him and none of them do. And she says, you know, my family and I used to be a lot closer, but when my sister Shariah came to visit Turkey last year, she got a bad impression of him. And that was mostly due to her attitude. Roll the tape.
I don't see it that way. Yeah.
Roll the freaking tape. He was horrible to the sister.
Yes.
So since he has an anger problem, so since then, her mom and her sisters have stopped talking to her. So that's really sad. And she cries and she says, I feel badly because Sarper, you are so wonderful and you don't deserve that.
Yeah, he deserves everything.
What?
And everything negative is what he deserves.
Yesterday you hated him.
I mean,
and you thought he was lying to you and had that other girl that he said he loved. Oh my God, what is that? It's insane. So
I will never understand Shekinah. I know she comes from a traumatic childhood, trauma-filled background, and maybe that explains why she's so dependent on him and lets him control her and all that. But oh my God, I mean, she is a professional woman. She's an esthetician. Like, she doesn't have to do this.
Yeah, it's really sad. She's jumped from one cult to another, I think. But also, I haven't forgotten how rude she was to all the other ladies at the tell-all last year. But if she came out of this cult, I would forgive her for that. Because
the cult
that
of
was
Sarper?
maybe a defense mechanism. You know, pushing all those ladies away who were trying to tell her the truth.
Yeah.
So she feels badly. I'm taking him away from his supportive family, and we're going to America where my family hates him. So, you know, will he really do this? Will he change his mind? Unsure. And then we get 1 hour later, she lets in a producer into the apartment who's like, what's going on? And the producer's like, has his own camera. And then there's another cameraman and he's like, what happened? And he says, Sarper appears to be drunk at this point, to me at least. Okay. So he's like, the vanity. I wanted to buy her this expensive vanity and she didn't want it. And she says, he wants what he wants. I didn't want it. When he doesn't get what he wants, he spirals. Yeah. Like, what is happening? And then she says, he ripped out my hair extensions.
Yeah, and we need more about that because it was back and forth of did he rip it out or did it like fall out of her head? Because it seems like he ripped it out and then grabbed her phone violently.
I think he pulled her phone, out of her hand. It was up to her head, and he took out a chunk of her hair extensions with it, which is just
Assault.
assault.
Hmm.
And so he's like, I took her phone and one of her hair extensions came out, but I never hurt her. And he's like, it's my birthday. It's her birthday too. Look what we get. Look at our presents.
I think she's so right. He doesn't get exactly what he wants and he spirals. And I think he does it in a very quiet, manipulative way that is real scary, in my
It's
opinion.
real scary because even with her sister, the rage just simmers under the
Uh-huh.
surface and you feel
Yeah.
like he could snap, which is I think what happened when he grabbed the phone.
Yep.
And let's not forget when he grabbed that lollipop out of her mouth because she
Yeah.
was giving him attitude
Hmm.
and he threw it on the floor. Like that was a violent gesture. Like I feel like this could all go so much further.
And she's not allowed to have sugar.
Yeah, she's not allowed to have
Yeah.
sugar.
Yeah.
So she's packing up her stuff and she's leaving. And he says, "Take care. Enjoy your life in LA with your parties." Um,
I
because
was just so glad. I was so glad that she took the dog.
I literally wrote, "Thank goodness she's taking poor confused Adonis with her."
I know.
Who is probably like, "Bitch, I've been praying for this moment. Thank God we are getting out of this sticky apartment." And
Why
I'm a
are we
dog
here?
and I love sticky things, but I
Ew,
do not love this
gross.
apartment.
Gross.
So she puts her stuff in a car and then she's telling the producer it all started at the restaurant. So this was with her family or maybe after they had left but they were still at the restaurant. She I'm not sure. So he started saying, "I want to buy that vanity for you." The one that we saw yesterday when they were in the furniture store that they got
Yeah.
kicked out of for fighting.
Uh-huh. Right.
They wanna go
Right.
back to the furniture store
Mhm.
and buy that vanity, and she says, "Don't spend your money on a vanity that I didn't even like." Like, I didn't
Yeah.
even like it, and he, like, flipped out, like, he was yelling at her in the car ride home saying, "I do everything for you, you've done nothing, and I had a good peaceful life before you came, and you ruined it." Like,
Okay.
okay. And he yelled at her and grabbed her phone, ripped out the phone extensions, hair extensions, and she said, "Give me my phone back." And then he said, "I don't have your phone. What are you talking about? Why would I have your phone?" And she said, "I felt like I was going crazy. He just grabbed my phone. Like he's
Mhm.
trying to gaslight me." And then
Yes.
finally he gives me my phone back because he did have my phone. And then he does the, "I'm sorry, baby. Let's hug. It's fine. I love you." Like that whole thing. And she
Yeah.
said, "No, I'm leaving." And he said, "If you leave, you'll never see me again." And she said, "Yeah, exactly."
Yeah, that's the
So
point. Yeah.
he says, like, I guess he said, "You've changed. You used to listen to me. I want the old Shekinah back." And she said, "I'm using my voice more because I'm seeing that certain things are not okay. That doesn't
Yeah.
mean I've changed as a person, but I am standing up for myself more." And it is almost like all of those women in the tell all were right.
Almost like that. Wow.
Almost like that.
Wow.
So she says, "I don't know what this means for our future." And I was like, "What? You broke up. Please just
Please
break up."
take her to the airport. Do not take her to a hotel to sleep on it. Get her
No,
directly back to LA. Yeah.
no. What do you mean you don't know what the future holds? You just said I can't.
Mm.
He grabbed no, I can't.
You know she's getting back together with him. They're together on Instagram all the time now. Gross. We don't need
So
it. We don't
we're
need
gonna have to
them.
stop following him too. If he is shown to be like a violent abuser, we won't cover him either. The couples we're gonna follow are just trickling down.
I know. I know. It's just like I was talking to Keisha about Love After Lockup and Life After Lockup is coming. And I was like, they gotta be really they gotta be scraping the barrel to find people that can
Are
go
s
on Life After Lockup
Yeah,
because so many
exactly.
people go back to jail.
Mhm.
I bet half the time they're planning for them to be on Life After Lockup, and then they're like, well, shoot, now he's back in jail.
Uh-huh. They have to have backup couples.
Well, next week on 90 Day the Other Way, Corona tells Inky, all right, my mom is not a gentle person. So they're going to do this FaceTime call with the family. And mom says, if Mookie got ate up by a volcano, I'm going to bring you back to life so I can kill you. Now, does she call Corona Mookie?
Yes, I
And,
think,
and
but
she
he
thinks,
also died in the volcano, I think, because
I
she
don't
would
know.
bring him back to life. So I think she's
Uh,
saying,
if the two of them die in a volcano,
yeah,
she's going to bring Inky back to life to kill him. Just, you know what? If you only have one person to bring back to life, just bring back Corona.
just if you have that power, just bring
Yeah.
back your daughter. But I love this because the mom last time was the one like, is he a serial killer? What's his last name? You don't even know his last name. People on the news are always like, oh, he seemed really nice. And then they're dead.
Yeah. Yeah. And he laughs and laughs. And she says, did I tell a joke? I was like, uh-oh.
I
um,
can't wait.
then we see some happy kids. Seems to be like at a party or something. It's tatas and nieces and nephews. And dad says, James, it will be like this when you have kids. And her talking head, Tata goes, if he doesn't want to have kids, it's going to break my family's heart. All she does is cry.
All she does
All
is cry.
she's a nightmare, and he needs to stop with the tank tops.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Okay. It's not a good look.
Especially in the banana chip factory.
Yeah. Cover up your armpit hair, sir. Put a little tiny hairnet on your armpit hair, sir.
Yeah, like the ones they
Um,
have for beards.
yeah. Strap it under your armpit. It probably wouldn't work. Then
They
Dempsey and
do make them. Linda had one on Bob's Burgers. So
yeah,
there
well,
you go.
for her armpit hair.
Yeah, she had like a rash. It was, I mean, it is a cartoon.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
but
Also,
still.
okay. I don't watch that. Okay. So Dempsey and Statler talk, and Dempsey says, don't worry about the money. We're going to sort everything out. I still have money for my car. And she tells Dempsey, excuse me, I did not know you had any extra money. And the van is not in my name. And now I feel like this is all a scam. And her talking head, Statler says, I feel let down and betrayed. So I don't know if this is going to go completely off the rails immediately or if we have 5 more episodes. I don't know.
Well, she telling Dempsey, I feel like you scammed me. That's gotta piss Dempsey off.
Yeah.
But the bigger issue, I have never seen a couple have this much miscommunication about money that both speak the same language.
Yeah.
How is that possible? They had a miscommunication about the loan. They had a miscommunication about both cars. They had a
Yeah.
miscommunication about who was paying for what. Like, how did they both speak English?
Good question. I don't know. I don't
How
know.
did she not know that Dempsey had also sold a car and has like thousands of dollars stowed away, but Statler was expected to sell her car and put all that money toward. I don't understand.
I don't
We
understand it
get a
either.
forensic accountant on
Yeah.
this. They have those people that are specialized. They'll
And
step
I'd
in.
like to see a screenshot of all the text messages regarding money.
Yes.
So when the two of them were in their talking head earlier this episode, and Statler says, lesbians are known for like moving really fast, but this is like really fast. And Dempsey
Mhm.
laughs. Anna, my daughter, was coming through the room, and she goes, that's called like the U-Haul effect. That's what lesbians do. And I go, yeah, I know.
Yeah,
And she
I
goes, oh,
know.
how do you know? And I go, because I
That's
saw Rosie O'Donnell talk about it in the 80s.
exactly.
Okay. Relax.
You
She goes,
didn't
oh,
invent that, Anna.
yeah.
Our
Neither did
generation knows things.
neither did Statler, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, she goes, oh, your friend Rosie O'Donnell. And then she goes, wait, do you know Rosie O'Donnell? And I go, no,
No,
I wish I did. I
wish
wish I did.
too.
I wish I
Yeah.
did, but yeah. Okay. So then Josh says Lily is always saying how much she does in the relationship, and it's opening a wound. And then he starts crying.
So we still have gotten no details about his first 2 divorces and what
No,
caused them. So is
no,
that what he's talking about when he says opening a wound?
maybe. Because then we see her say, hey, if you're unhappy, what's the point of this marriage? And then we cut back to him crying on the side of the
No,
bed.
you can still be married, but don't plan this extravagant wedding. Wait.
They're already married.
You already married. You don't need to spend all this money. Just
Yeah.
wait a year or two and then make it a vow renewal, and it'll be just as beautiful. And you'll have time to recover from the millions of dollars you put into that house.
Yeah. I don't know. Makes no sense.
Mm-mm.
Um, the talking head Shekinah says, if he thinks we're just going back into our happy life and things are great, he is totally wrong. And right now, I'm not even sure I ever want to see him again.
Don't
And then,
go with that.
and then we see him sitting at a restaurant waiting for her. And he's literally got on like a sweater and a coat and a hoodie, 3 jackets, but yet unbuttoned to the belly button.
I can't.
Oh, your body is warm, but your whole chest is going to be frozen.
He has modeled his whole life after Fabio.
Yeah, or something. I don't get it. He is a scary, scary, scary monster, in my opinion.
Oh, I agree. 100%.
Yeah, and
And
I
I
don't know
don't
why
care
she
that it's
doesn't see it.
trauma from his childhood. I don't give an
Oh, I
F.
don't either.
It is
Uh,
so toxic. The way he treats women
yeah.
is so gross. And maybe his
Yep.
dad, I don't know. It doesn't matter. He needs to get therapy and stay away from women right now.
Amen to all of that. Put away your notebooks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get rid of the sticky recycling. It's over.
Oh, every time you say sticky, it makes me go, "Huh." Just a little. Huh. Um, what's going on over on a Date with Dateline? I know you guys you put out like a double episode. I saw that on my
Yes, part
Patreon.
2's coming out this week.
Okay.
And we just had a very fun live stream for our Patreon and Supercast, and we talked about unsolved mysteries the last season on Netflix. It's so
Oh,
good. I
is it?
think
I
we
haven't
solved.
watched it.
So, have you watched that show?
Yeah,
The
the
new
new one. Yeah, I have.
Yeah, season 4 is great. There's some really good cases that just are baffling. So, yes,
Writing
add
it
it to your
down.
list. The first episode is about Jack the Ripper. Depending on if you're interested in that, you could skip that. I know a lot of people just skip that one. And the last one is about the Mothman, because every season they have like a supernaturally kind of episode. I thought it was
Yeah.
fascinating. The people in it are very interesting. But the 3 that are in the middle are all like weird cases of true crime. It's good. Yeah.
And were these cases that you and Katie had ever heard of?
No.
Wow.
Yeah.
So many cases that
Because
we haven't heard of.
Dateline used to do more unsolved cases, but Josh Mankiewicz says like the audience got so annoyed, like they would just get so frustrated because they wanted
Yeah.
some sort of closure before they go to bed at 11 p.m.
Uh,
And so they just stopped doing them. So now they really only do cases where there's like some resolution.
yeah.
So no, I haven't heard of these cases at all. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I've written that down. And guys, I will be on a Date with Dateline's live stream that's for their Patreon and Supercast on Thursday for Claim to Fame. It's wrapping up, you think? You think it's going to be over?
I think so. Yeah. I
Yeah.
think it's going to
Okay.
be a double, and this is our last week. I'm really sad. I feel like the season was so short
I
because
feel
they
like
had that
I never,
double elimination.
yeah, I've never watched it, but it seems short to me.
Mhm.
Yeah, I liked it, and I've enjoyed that program that I just started watching because I felt like everybody was watching it. And once again, I get FOMO, and I'm like, well, now I have to watch it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
I
happens.
love that. That's like one of my favorite joys is getting someone hooked on a TV show. Don't you enjoy that?
Yeah, when I got my husband to watch The Bear, which he never watches anything with me, and I always will like, I definitely think you would like Succession, but no, has never watched it. And I'm like, I definitely know that you would like this. He never watched it. Somehow The Bear, he heard enough about it other than from
Yeah.
me to think that maybe I knew what I was talking about.
Right.
That this is my job to watch television.
Yeah.
And he watched it with me. Of course, he loves it. He's obsessed. He's like, I can't believe he left us on a cliffhanger. We're not going to get another season. I mean, I was like, now if I could get him to watch Yellow Jackets.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I've gotten a couple of people lately like, should I watch Yellow Jacket? I'm like, immediately. Right this minute.
Immediately. That
Yeah.
has been one of my greatest joys when listeners write and say, I finally gave in. I started Yellow Jackets. I'm obsessed. And I'm like,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes, the soundtrack alone you should do it for. Yeah.
Incredible. Yeah.
Ooh, can't wait for that to come back.
I know. I wore my Yellow Jackets, one of my Yellow Jackets t-shirts for our live stream yesterday because I was just in a Yellow Jackets kind of mood.
Yeah. And you were like, guys, it's coming. It's
Yeah.
coming probably 2025, but it's coming.
But still, it's coming.
But it's still going. Everybody follow Katie and Kimberly at Dateline on Instagram. You could find them wherever you get your podcast. I highly recommend their Patreon and Supercast for bonus episodes and early episodes and live streams and fun extra stuff that they do. I recommend mine as well. Patreon, Supercast, Apple subscriptions, all the things. And you could follow us at Dateline and at Pink Shade Pod on the old Instagram. That's where we put up reels and funny things. And Kimberly's a wonderful writer. So everything on there that's funny is Kimberly's funny writing.
Oh, no, Katie does sometimes.
Katie
She's
does
also
sometimes the
very
funny writing.
Yes.
Well,
but
she is very funny. Yes.
Yes. Usually it's me, but you can tell the style is different.
I feel like when it's like the show notes, like letting you know what's happening on the episode, that you wrote that. It's your level of snark, I think.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I appreciate
Okay,
that.
everybody. I'll see you here in this spot on the free feed on Thursday with Margaret Josephs from the Real Housewives of New Jersey, who I'm interviewing for Thursday's episodes. I'm very excited about that. Okay, bye. Ads not read by me, Mary Payne, don't necessarily reflect the views of Pink Shade. If you'd like to listen to ad-free, you're going to go on over to Supercast or Patreon, and you can find the links to Pink Shade Prime at pinkshadepodcast.com.